What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And as you can see, this world is filled with cars. Everywhere you look, anywhere you turn, there are cars. Here, there, everywhere. But it's a non-stop, never-ending job, my friends. There's always room for more vehicles, okay? We had Ginger count the vehicles and she stopped at 1,000, so we got well over 1,000 cars. But look at these empty streets, we need more. More, and more cars. And we're going to be at 1 million by the time this is done. I mean, come on. If anyone wants to count them, because I'm not going to count them. That's for dang sure. I'm not going to be counting these cars. Look at all these empty parking lots, empty side streets, empty main streets. The first wave of detail when it comes to these streets, for me, is cars. And then I'm going to come back and add some debris. Then I come back, add dead bodies. And I come back, add some creeper blasts and some fires. There's a whole bunch of different waves of detail, but it all starts with the cars. And that's what I'm going to be working on today. I'm going to be building as many different cars as I can possibly think of. I'm just going to be spitting out the cars fast and furious. That is a intentional pun. Truth be told, that was an accident, but the best puns are accidental. But let's just imagine that was on purpose. Anyway, we're going to be doing this in fast forward motion because today is Monday. Monday is my favorite part of the series, my favorite part of the channel, where I talk about questions that the community asks me and I answer them, and we have a lot of fun and we learn and we grow, and then we say, oh, Beancrew's an idiot, and we dislike the video. Whatever you do, I don't care anymore. Do whatever you gotta do. Anyway, so I choose a question from the community, and this week we had a lot of great questions. You guys were bringing it pretty consistently nowadays, so I'm always having a good selection of questions. So be sure to leave a question in the comment section below. Do not forget, do it right now while you're thinking about it, so that we have plenty of questions to ask next week, and we'll get to those. So today's creative question of the week comes from Beancrew49, and he says, "Hey Bean, what is tarot?" I hate that guy. He's always messing around on this channel. Like I said, we had a bunch of really cool questions, but I think now's the time for me to ask a question and see what kind of answer I give myself. Alright, so Beancrew49, I'm glad you asked what tarot is. Okay? So a lot of you who are close to me, who hang out in the party, will know that I've been kind of absent the last few weeks, last month or so, and I've been off doing my own thing, playing Minecraft a little bit less, and a large portion of that time has been going to my second YouTube channel. Yes, I have another YouTube channel. I haven't told anybody, but I'm telling you now, okay? Better late than never. I started this like 2 weeks ago, so it's pretty new. And this channel is centered around tarot. Ooh, and I'll put a link to the channel in the description if you guys want to go check that out at the end of this video. If I can explain tarot well enough that you're interested in learning more, then you can go check out my channel. But for right now, let me just say that for the last year, about a year, I've been studying tarot, and I've been reading books and practicing, and I'm pretty good at it. I'm actually very good at it right now, I must say. Not to toot my own horn, but I've dedicated a lot of time to studying it, and I've become pretty good at it. And what is tarot, you're wondering, for those of you who don't know. So let's back this up a little bit. I've been talking about on this series, on this channel, on this particular creative question of the week portion of the videos, I've been talking a lot about psychic abilities, how everyone has a psychic ability, and society has this stigma. Whenever you hear psychic ability, something is implanted in your head. It's from movies or TV shows or whatever. It's just the idea of what a psychic ability is. And let me just tell you, since I have it, and since you have it, but since I can actually experience mine, it's nothing like what you think it is, okay? At the very base level, in the most simplified terms I can think of, psychic ability is the ability to communicate with the spirit realms. Basically, what exists beyond the spectrum of light that the human eye can see. Basically, that's all it is. It's an open communication with things that we can't see, basically. And, I've been developing this skill, and I've been talking about how we all have this skill, and I've been trying to get you guys to develop it. But, once you get to a certain point, you realize, okay, I have this ability, I have this skill, now what? What do I do with it? And for me, that outlet is tarot. Now, tarot at its base form is nothing more than a set of playing cards. Tarot is a deck of 78 playing cards, which are kind of loosely based on the playing cards that you play poker with or whatever. And these playing cards have images on them. And all of these 78 images relate to a specific part of being a human. Basically, this is the simplest way I can explain it. Okay, guys? Basically, it's 78 depictions of the human condition. Now, you put this tarot deck in the hands of someone who hasn't unlocked their psychic ability, and it's not really anything. It's just art, right? But if you put this deck into the hands of someone who is in contact with their higher realms, who is in contact with their intuition, then you can get some insights from the higher realm through these cards. So basically, tarot is, I don't really want to get into the history of it. I guess it came from Egypt, and then via the Middle East, via France, and then to the U.S. It's been around for a long time, and it's been something that's morphed into a lot of different things over the years. And if you ask a tarot reader what tarot is, you're going to get a vastly different answer from the next person. Okay, so let's say there's 10 million tarot readers in the world. You're probably gonna get about 10 million different ideas of what tarot is, because tarot is something unique for everybody, and it's an art and it's a skill. The skill comes from learning what the images on the cards traditionally represent. Every one of these 78 cards represents something, and it's written down, and you can study it and learn it. And someone who has no access to their intuition could put down some tarot cards, and they can give a decent reading. In all honesty, they can do it pretty decently. But once you allow your psychic ability to help you read the cards, all of a sudden you have insights into people's lives that they cannot get anywhere else. Going so far as to say you can pretty accurately predict the future. And that's what I've been doing with my time. I have been studying tarot nonstop for about a year now. And it's been a crazy journey. Like I said at the beginning, I was just learning the cards and what they traditionally mean. And, you get a base understanding of what's going on. But as your psychic ability opens, you start getting insights into your own life and into others. I read for myself. I read for other people. And it really gives them clarity on their own emotions, their own drives, what's driving them, what's propelling them, what is inspiring them. And it's amazing. It's really cool. I can't say enough about tarot. I'm at the point now where I'm just collecting decks. I got all sorts of decks, and I'll post some pictures right now. I got decks. I got one that's based on video games. It's called the 8-Bit Tarot, and it's based on like the old NES, Nintendo video games, and it's really cool. I really like that. I have a post-apocalyptic tarot called the Megaland, and that's like... It's just depictions of the post-apocalypse right up my alley, right? That's another pun, because I'm in an alley right now. How interesting. The puns are flying today. So that's what I've been doing, and I understand skeptics are like, oh, you can read the future. I mean, yes and no. So the way the tarot works, and I'm going to break this down for you guys right now. The way the tarot works is it will inform you of the current energies, everything that's happening, things that are going on in your subconscious that you're not aware of, things that are external energies that are applying pressure on you. You can ask tarot almost any question, and it will give you an answer in the hands of a psychic. It will give you an answer that is going to illuminate your decision. It's going to illuminate your current position, your current circumstances. It's going to give you insight into your own life. Now, as far as the future goes, tarot can't, in my opinion, predict the future, in as much as what it does is it takes the current energies, everything that's surrounding you now, and it projects them into the future. And it tells you that if the current energies remain constant, then this will probably happen. And so it's sort of telling the future, but not really. Of course, the future's not set in stone. That's one thing that people don't understand, is the future is not happened. So just having read the tarot, just having understood the tarot and what the tarot predicts for the future, you can now change the future because you now know what's likely to happen. So just by, reading the tarot, you're going to be able to affect your future in a positive direction. You know where you're headed because of tarot, and you can now use this information to change the direction of where you are going. Tarot is extremely valuable for this aspect, okay? And I've helped a lot of people, made some people cry even. People get emotional sometimes, especially when you're diving deep. It'll clue you into shadow aspects of yourself that you've been hiding from yourself that you don't want to face. It's really confrontational sometimes. And reading is an art. Some readers, they don't really use intuition, and it's very standard, by the book readings. Other people will go really in depth into your dark shadow side and really bring up stuff that you're not ready to face or you don't want to face. I mean, you're ready to face it, but you don't want to face it. Other readers are more gentle. It's an art form, and every single reader is different, and every single reader will provide some new facet to the reading. Just like decks, there's thousands of decks. There's so many decks, you could never get them all, and each one is an art piece. Okay, each deck is a work of art, and there's 78 just beautiful drawings. Some of them aren't so good, and you definitely wouldn't buy one. You wouldn't buy one that you didn't like, but they're art. If you like art, then you like tarot, and you can find the tarot. There's all sorts of tarot. There's tarot for cats. There's medieval tarots. There's tarots like horror, Halloween tarot. Imagine any single theme you can think of, there's a tarot deck for it. There's a pirate deck. I want to get that one. Okay, that's my next on my list. I want to get the pirate deck. Arr. Is this a good time for a pirate joke? No. I learned my lesson before. Anyway, so each deck has its own theme, and the artist has put their own interpretations into the tarot, so which makes every single deck unique. So not only is every single reader and the way they read the cards unique, but every deck is unique. So a reader can have 20 decks, and each deck is going to give a different type of reading, a different feel, different vibe to it, based on the artwork that went into it. And not every tarot is the same. Like, you get a new deck that's kind of different from the standard, and you have to learn that deck. So there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of journaling that goes into tarot, a lot of work that goes into it, okay? So in order for you to be able to read psychically, you're going to have to first learn the standard definitions, the standard meanings. So it's not something you can just, I casually want to do tarot. I guess you could, but it takes a lot of work, and you got to be pretty dedicated. But it is extremely fun and extremely rewarding. So if you do want to go check out what I've been doing in the tarot world, I'll put a link to my second channel. You can go check it out. If you want to, you can go subscribe to me, see if it's for you. If this doesn't make sense to you, if you think it's gobbledygook, then by all means don't. You don't need to go over there. But if you want to learn more and you want to see what I've been doing, I have offered to do readings for some people before in our little Minecraft community, and if they want to put in the comment section, they can, how that went. But somewhere on my channel, my second channel, I've offered to do a free reading for somebody, but no one has responded yet. I mean, like I said, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. I think at this time right now I have 3 subscribers. It's hard starting a new YouTube channel, as some of you know. It's very difficult, and no one wants to pay attention to you until you got like at least 1,000 subscribers. But it's so hard to get 1,000. It's like a catch-22. There's no way to go. But whatever. I'm not doing this for subscribers. I'm doing this for me and to help people. And so far, I've helped people on a one-on-one basis, and it's been so great. Not only have I helped myself to learn more about myself, but I've helped people to help them make decisions, help them gain clarity on their life with their emotions. And like I said, no question can't be answered. You can answer any question with the tarot, and it'll give you some type of answer, which is really fascinating. Now, I will say that once in a while I do have off readings, and I don't know why that happens, but usually it's because my ego mind has kind of entered into the reading. A good psychic reader, a good person, a good tarot reader will, before the reading, usually they'll meditate and they will really try to eliminate their ego thoughts as much as possible. Because in order to read tarot effectively, psychically, you really need to just calm your mind, because your mind will start interjecting ideas and thoughts that have nothing to do with the higher realms, because you're trying to bring in information from the higher dimensions down to earth, basically. And you can't do that with your ego mind screaming at you, what's for dinner? Is there Chinese food leftovers in the fridge? You know what I mean? And then you start imprinting your own thoughts and ideas onto a reading, and then you're not getting valuable information. You're getting your own skewed ego mind info. So that's the job of a psychic reader, and the ones who can be more in touch with their higher self, with their spiritual dimensions, the better the reader is, basically. Although there's no like good or bad reading. Like I said, everyone is different, and everyone's going to give you a different thing. So it's an art form, is what it is, and that's just what I wanted to share with you guys today, because it's been a part of my life for quite some time. I haven't really told anybody in the Minecraft community about it. Not that anyone really cares or has anything to do with anything, but I thought I'd share with you today, since I did start my YouTube channel up, and you guys like to watch YouTube. Maybe you want to learn more about tarot. I don't know. Like I said, if you ask nicely, I might give you a tarot reading. If you go over to the other channel and ask nicely, or figure out how I've hidden a way to get a free tarot reading in the channel. So I mean, it wouldn't take much work, but you would have to watch a few videos. Okay, so thank you, Beancrew49, for that great question. Fantastic. One of the best questions I ever got. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this is a topic that is new to you, a lot of you, and doesn't really make sense at this time, but I really do appreciate you guys at least listening to me and hearing what I have to say. I really do. It means something to me. Okay, so I want to thank you guys, as always, for leaving your likes and shares and comments, and leaving a creative question of the week in the comment section below. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.